the future. We're about to get the metal.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
Alright, if you didn't notice, all the main characters here, or at least the main enemies, are named after metal members. Ozzy, Flea, and Slash.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out to me because I don't know anything
That's
about
why
music.
I did that joke.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but for some reason I'm like that one guy who just never understands music.
It's cool. We understand. We know you're a loser at heart. It's okay.
In my cold metal heart.
But okay, we're going to do the second phase of this. So, we fought Slash, and now we're going to fight Flea.
That entryway to the castle is just like so cool. I think it's because it's so dramatic, but it's also so different from the rest of the game. Play with us.
Yep, and now we get to kill
And by play with us, we mean fight.
Yep, my favorite thing.
Our games are very violent. We learned it from violent video games.
Yes, clearly. Fire Whirl. And we're going to see if water works on this dude.
You know, it always bothers me whenever like something violent happens in the world and they blame video games.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, wow, you really want that scapegoat. You really have like no understanding of why these things happen.
To be fair, the world was violent before video games.
Well, that's what I mean.
And I killed a bunch of children. I feel happy.
Yeah.
Let's see if the treasure was worth it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I don't know what that actually does, so I'm going to look at it. Good. I imagine it's like, okay, barrier. Cuts magic hits by 1/3. Oh, shoot. So.
Alright, so it filters out magic.
Well, if it isn't Luca.
Luca. So we couldn't. You're still alive, my dear.
Alrighty. X strike. I'm gonna take care. Clearly. Crimson Rain. It's like my fanfic.
What the bloody hell?
Well, I think we're clearly gotta deal with this evil genie.
He's an evil genius.
Yes. And now...
Is that where the word genius comes from?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I remember... Okay. So, I remember in one case, Tales of... I'm going to bring up Tales of Symphonia. So, there's this character called Genis.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, he's like Genis or Genius.
His name is Genius.
In the English version, they just call him Genius.
No, it's Japanese, they call him Genius.
Oh.
In the American version, they call him Genis because that sounded dumb.
Yeah, no, there's like Genus.
Yeah. Genis.
Which is also a thing.
Yes. So, it really depends. In the Japanese version, he's called Genius.
Yeah, and he had like the hot older sister.
Yeah. Whose name was Refill in Japanese, but Rain in America.
They called her Rain.
I actually like
Rain!
Rain! Alright, kill the genie first, because clearly he's the healing dude.
Yeah, well, it's like... Certain things in Japan, I am thankful that they renamed them in English. It's kind of like how Pokemon, a lot of their names in the original games, especially the first ones, were just like weird puns. And, I mean, they're always weird puns, but like they only made sense to Japanese.
Well, sometimes that's kind of the thing, is that you want to keep the spirit of things.
Yeah.
At the very least, especially if you're translating something relatively new.
Yeah, so they change a lot of names because they wouldn't make sense to other languages.
Well, for years, Gil wasn't used as the official Final Fantasy currency until 7.
What were they using before that?
Variations on gold and gold.
Oh.
Gil wasn't established till 7, and afterwards they just kept that.
You know, I may never have noticed because I think I only ever played the PlayStation version of Final Fantasy VI.
Yep. In all seriousness, that was a huge thing back in the day. And afterwards they just, I just want to check the text. Okay.
Lightning 2. Heal.
Yep.
Protect, she attack.
Yep. And now we're... Oh, now we're fighting my mom. I gotta kill my mom. Oh, and we deserve to be punished.
Mom, such big ears you have.
I'm gonna kill this genie.
The better to listen to your screams of death, my dear.
Oh, dang it, I accidentally hit the wrong dude. Okay, whatever. He's gonna get killed in one hit. I'm just gonna have Luca hit that guy with napalm.
Yeah, he overkill right there. But this is not one of those RPGs that has a bonus for overkills.
No, unfortunately not.
902! He is weak to fire, isn't he? Which is funny for a genie, because I think in, like, the original mythology, genies were indeed, like, demons of fire.
Yes, they were. That's actually a huge
Like,
tradition.
the Quran, or it's like some Islamic tradition, I believe.
Yeah, basically. Heck, if you actually want to see it, American Gods, the novel, actually has an entire chapter on one. Believe it or not. That's more closer to the traditional version we see, and not like the Disney Robin Williams.
Yeah, man, things got really, like, Disneyfied.
And this is Flea.
I
guess why he's called Flea.
The magician Flea. Does Flea flee?
Well, Flea is a thing.
MP Buster steals MP. Oh no! Whoa, that sucked all your MP, and he left. Flea fleed.
Where's the real Flea? He was following us all along.
You can't be Flea.
You can't be. Keep your guard up. This is no ordinary woman. Meet Flea, the magician.
Or...
What the? Hey, I'm a guy.
Powers. Well, this is taking an interesting turn.
This definitely feels like an Akira Toriyama character. But anyway, you must be known.
I was gonna say, in this day and age, there's like no jokes we can make about this and be safe.
I'll fill in the offensive jokes you want us to say to be mad at us.
Insert, yes, exactly. Insert offensive humor here.
Yep.
Take your pick.
Please.
Beep.
Let's play.
This is back in a time when confusing someone for a woman could be humorous.
Yeah. Look, it's also Japan, admittedly.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. Chrono doesn't actually have MP anymore.
Also, we've gone to outer space.
Yeah. And Frog's confused.
Ooh. Is he gonna attack his party members?
Probably, but I got.
He's gonna hurt himself in his confusion.
He's gonna hurt me in his confusion.
He hurt Chrono in his confusion.
But thankfully, I got a heal because I'm not an idiot.
You planned ahead, yes. We did a little bit of shopping off camera to make sure we were stocked up on healing items.
Basically, I didn't want to like end up having this issue pop up again. So Chrono, take a mid tonic there, and then he fell asleep.
This character's sitting there doing that like princess laugh, like wah 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 wah.
It's called the noble woman laugh, I believe.
AKA a princess. And blowing kisses to us.
There we go. And now Luca. Okay. I'm just gonna let Luca have that one because it doesn't seem bad. And now X Strike. Because napalm.
Waltz of love.
Waltz of love.
Love is deadly.
And now I'm just gonna... Frog! Get better.
No, what's afflicting Luca?
I don't know what's affecting Luca, but
bubbles.
It doesn't seem
got
to
a
be
case
causing...
of the bubbles.
I think, here's the thing, I think she's hit with like one of those things that... Oh, poison. She's poison.
Okay, poison.
But it's so minor that I'm like, you know, she just has that as a status effect.
Yeah, well, it's not a huge number.
Oh, okay.
They're blinded, though.
If it works, it works. Basically, here's what my opinion is.
Yes.
If the status effect isn't that bad, keep it so it doesn't cause other worse status effects for you.
Well, wait. If they're afflicted by one status effect, can they be afflicted by another?
I don't know, and that's what we're about to find
Yeah,
out.
because I know like that. You know, that's a legitimate like Pokemon strategy where if they have a status ailment that's not so bad, then you just keep it because they can't.
It switches.
They literally cannot be afflicted by another one. It's like when your Snorlax gets paralyzed. You're like, well, I didn't lose any speed on this one.
All right.
All right, we got it. Yeah.
I healed Luca. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, because 18 damage wasn't that big, but when she has 17 HP, it is.
Yeah. Well, this is one of those things that just like you gotta be ready for this type of thing. And
No,
thankfully, I decided to prep up like a dork, the dork RPG dork that I am.
Hey man, me too. I do the same thing. I mean, like, you know, I've been doing all these like action games on our channel with like Mega Man and stuff, and so they're like really straight shots. Like you just start playing, you blow stuff up, it's awesome.
Yep.
But you're playing a game that actually takes a lot more like thought. Like, it's hard to. I'm trying to think of the right wording for it.
No, the reason I like these games is that I like the prep work to an extent. It really gets me focused, if that makes sense.
Oh, I agree. I like it too. But now I'm just trying to think of the context because I think of RPGs and I do the same thing where I'll spend a long time kind of like min-maxing my character or something where it's like, okay, this item and this accessory is really good, but then I've never done it in a setting where I'm trying to be entertaining as well.
Well, it's a little hard, but you gotta deal with it as best you can, you know?
Well, it's like when I think of all the times I watch my friends play like Persona 3 and I'm like, I barely paid attention to that just because they spent so much time in like menus and everything.
Well, Persona 3 is especially a hard one. I think Persona 5 is a little bit better on that end because... Oh, now Luca's confused.
Ooh.
Well, Luca...
I think that's worse.
Well, Luca, here. And she's still
right on target.
Luca, I love you. I love you in the best way possible.
Bulma is best girl.
We have established it. Slurp cut.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Shame that what happened with Bulma's actress, though.
Oh, God. Her Japanese actress?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dragon Ball is such a long franchise, I'm actually shocked. Especially because...
is that the first actor we've lost from Dragon Ball?
No, we lost King Ox.
Oh. He was not as big of a character, though.
Hey, yeah, still, though. He's been in
Who was the actor?
I forget his name, unfortunately.
It wasn't Banjo Ginga, was it?
I think it was, actually.
Dude, that's Revolver Ocelot's Japanese actor.
Let me check. Let's look this up just to make sure.
Alright. Gotta do this. Let's see. Google search. Ox King. Japanese. No, not Japanese steakhouse. Japanese voice. I got some YouTube videos. Alright. I got the Dragon Ball Wiki. I know, we stopped all the action to look this up. It's that important, fans.
It's important for us.
The Ox... Because, like, so, Westerners don't really, like, understand some of the things in Dragon Ball. Alright, let's see.
Daisuke Gori is actually...
Okay,
no, wait,
mind.
that's his current voice actor, sorry.
Dragon Ball Wiki actually doesn't list his voice actors on his main information page. Voice act, here we go. Current. Ryuzaburo Otomo.
Yeah, his voice act, yeah.
No, wait, Daisuke Gori, most media until 2010. So, the other guy is later.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay, I was wrong.
So,
I was thinking of how there's this like conundrum in Metal Gear Solid where, so in Metal Gear Solid 4, when okay, so you have Ocelot, you have Liquid Ocelot, who is kind of a fusion between Liquid Snake and Revolver Ocelot, and in that game, in the English version, they keep Ocelot's English voice act as the main voice,
yeah.
But in the Japanese version, they have Liquid's voice as the main voice. And the reason for that is because Ocelot's actor passed away in Japan, and Kojima considers the English version the canon way.
Fair enough.
Where Ocelot's voice is the real one, which is part of the complexity of the story. And I don't know why I thought of that, but...
Alright, and this actually teleports us, so as you can see, I'm going to go outside and use a shelter on us because we are low after that fight, because frankly, you do what you can. But now, despite that, yeah, the Ox King voice actor was the first one. I think for the most part...
Yeah, that's right. That's how we got on this tangent.
Well, maybe Dende's voice actress, maybe? I don't...
Dende?
I don't think so, but I
don't know. The point is that, unfortunately, Bulma, the actress who played Bulma in Japan, passed away. I guess she was found dead in her car, but it wasn't an accident.
Dude, she's just old.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Goku's voice
She was
actress...
like 50 years old, though. Goku's voice actress is like 80.
Yeah, no, Goku's voice actress is been around the anime scene
I can never
forever.
believe it, where it's like they aged up Goku and they just never changed the voice. And to Westerners who have grown up with like Sean Schemmel playing Goku, who has a very like masculine voice for the character, it seems very strange when you hear the Japanese version.
It can be. Admittedly, with Goku's youthful demeanor, that can kind of work, but it's very hard.
It does. He does have that like naivete, and also because the way his character has been drawn has essentially not changed
Since then, the only reason that...
there's some stylistic changes, because I remember noticing this a lot watching like Toonami, where we're on a Dragon Ball tangent. We just stopped playing the game, but yeah, I noticed this on Toonami where like early Dragon Ball, the characters had a little bit more rounded shapes in their design, in their drawing, and later on they got a lot more angular and had a lot more straight lines in them.
True.
But that was universal to the entire show. So essentially, the characters never really changed how they were drawn.
Yeah, no,
You know, Goku hasn't like aged. His face hasn't become like older
in all
or longer.
seriousness, the only thing Akira Toriyama does to change a character design is change their hair.
Or whether or not he wants to ink it.
Yeah, basically. Like Krillin, he was just like, Krillin has hair now. That was weird.
How are you losing to the smelly guy? You have no nose. Alright, let's get back to Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, so that was actually pretty quick. So we'll get to the first part of the next bit of the dungeon, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll just... So this is one of those annoying things, because I remember, if I remember this correctly, we're going to have to dealing with my least favorite thing in most RPGs, falling puzzles.
Falling puzzles?
You're on top of a floor and you gotta fall at the right place.
You know, I'm with you there, man.
So...
Because it's always this tedious thing where it's like, oh, you missed the fall, you gotta go back up. Or, even worse, you made the fall correctly, but you missed the one secret treasure chest on the way down.
And then you're like... Oh, it's better than the... Luca learned Protect.
I feel like I'm trying to remember, like, all the different games do that. I know, like, Legend of Zelda does that in certain games. And, so does, like, Golden Sun or something.
Yeah, nah, it's not fun for me usually. It's just one of those things. I'm just like, okay, I'll deal with it like a man.
It's interesting the way games work. The way they like to impose certain amounts of tedium on you, just to provide, I guess, a challenge. Whoa! You kicked his ass, man.
Yeah. Nah, these guys are just these guys are pathetic.
They're just henches.
They're just
and
henches.
Grimalkins. What the heck's a Grimalkin?
I think they're like the little bastard children of gargoyles, is what it seems to me.
No, because like there's other games that I've seen that have used a similar term, and I want to know if that like actually means something in like myth and legend.
Grimlikin?
Yeah,
That's actually a good point. Then again, like, this was translated by Ted Woosley, so...
No, because there's Grimlikins in Monster Hunter.
Huh.
But they're like
Dang.
cats. They're kind of adorable because, you know, Japanese cats.
I tried. Okay, I gotta take...
Kawaii.
Alright, let's see. Let's get some Fire World going. You're about to be in a world of fire! I don't know why it's not hitting that.
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh no.
It's annihilating those guys.
Okay. Oh, I remember why you want to kill these things.
Oh. Yeah, they have AoE effects.
Destruction zone and healing.
No
Alright,
worries.
so we're gonna have to... I remember...
Man, I hate the way my mind corrects itself. This is what happens when you grow up when your mom's an English major, because I just had a moment where I was like, AoE effects makes no sense, because area of effect effects is what I just said.
Yes, you did. And don't you feel better?
Alright.
Oh, water heals
Stop
them.
healing them!
Well, that's why we have napalm.
Use the super napalm.
Apparently, though.
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and kill me!
Go ahead and kill me! Oh, apparently
So everything but fire heals them?
So, okay. Magic is no-go.
No go. Go? No go. There's some story about that in my family.
Alright. We're gonna have to do the X strike.
Yeah. I guess like a long time ago, I think it was like my great-grandfather was moving and my grandfather was trying to help him out, but every time my grandfather picked up like an item and he was gonna try to like put it like into the transport or the truck, then my great-grandfather started telling a story about it, and my grandfather got so frustrated with it, he finally just like grabbed something and he was like, okay, go, no go.
Alright.
Because, I guess, like, I never met my great-grandfather. He was long gone by the time I was a person. But, I guess he was a very sentimental type. And my grandfather, and also my father, are very not sentimental types.
And that's fair. My dad.
And the sentimentality has returned hard with me because of, probably genes from my mom, so...
Alright. X strike this dude.
No. Is there anything we can do to hit all these guys at once?
No, Chrono needs more tech for his lightning. Lightning 2 is what is like the field spell.
Yeah,
That
because
will hit.
otherwise we have to deal with these guys as a group.
And unfortunately, like, our higher end spells won't come till later.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, no. Because we can't have nice things.
Well, yeah, I've already consigned us to letting this episode run a little long after we went on that Dragon Ball tangent.
Yeah, that Dragon Ball tangent. The lore. Look, it mattered to us.
Nah, man, like, the farther I go, like, you don't fully realize how much something means to you until, like, after the fact, I think.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the case with, like, Dragon Ball, where I'm like, oh, it's this cool show I used to watch. And then, like, years later, I'm like, oh, man, that, like, shaped me as a person.
Nah, I can completely understand that. Though, admittedly, I never got out of my interests heavily. Dragon Ball was definitely one that did, and it did... And I'll say this, Dragon Ball did teach me... There are good things to learn from Dragon Ball from a storytelling perspective, besides Akira Toriyama's memory issues.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, Frog learned heal. So.
Frog's little, like, flexing arm keeps cracking me up. It's adorable.
So now he can actually heal everyone.
He can slurp everyone.
For 2 MP, which is really nice. And Chrono needs 141 more.
I guess Frog's not like, here's Ozzy.
I'm gonna hold it.
I was gonna say, like, I guess Frog's not like his own fantasy race, but I feel like there's an opportunity there for humor, because, like, what if, like, a frog race, like an anthropomorphic frog race, shows his affection by slurping everyone, and as humans we find it offensive, but we have to deal with it to be polite to them.
Yeah, we already took care of Slash and Flea, so Ozzy, we're taking you on. For justice!
I just keep thinking of Ozymandias.
Kind of is.
When will you execute your evil plan? I did it 30 minutes ago. I wasn't going to let you interfere.
Welcome.
Admittedly, Watchmen was a pretty intelligent deconstruction of superhero comics of the time.
It definitely was. I would say the criticism with Watchmen nowadays is that everybody tried to rip it off majorly. So
I mean, that's the case with any quality product.
Yeah, like heck, it's the same issue like with Ava and how it affected the mecha genre. And look, dude, I'm gonna say this. I don't mind Ava as much as other people, but there are some...
Ooh, you got hurt, man. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't get hurt.
Well, that's why I have Frog with me.
Slurp.
Well, no, he's just healing now. He's just like...
yeah, but I like to think he just takes out a big wet tongue and licks the entire party.
That's just what I want to... All matching having Isla around with that. Just like... Make out power!
And she'd be like, ooh, Isla, no, you feel that way about her.
Alright, and let's get that item box. Let's see what
it's
we
not
get.
trapped. Doomfinger.
Doomfinger.
Didn't they just release that guy into Overwatch?
I think his name is Doomfist, but I would love to see his brother Doomfinger.
Yeah, like his brother hasn't quite leveled up enough, so it's just a finger.
Oh, that's a weapon for Robo.
Doomfinger.
I kinda...
Prepare to be poked.
Prepare to be poked for great justice.
You know, I realized I was completely wrong in our Mega Man X2 Let's Play when I was like, for great justice for the green biker dude.
Yeah.
Because it's not for great justice that is the Mega Man line. It is for everlasting peace.
For love
yeah,
and
so
peace.
break that wheelie, green biker dude, for everlasting peace.
Oh, apparently it's just we're fighting all of them. I gotta admit, I do like how they make this look like a set piece. Just like, you're traveling along the castle, and then it's like you're fighting...
Yeah, we're over here in Castlevania.
Like, instead of just being like a random field you go to, when it's like, okay, random encounter, guys, we gotta go back to the field.
Oh, I really appreciate that about this game, and any game that chooses to do that, where you actually encounter enemies on the same field rather than being transported into your magical battle dimension. Because... like, I remember when Final Fantasy 13 came out, and they try to really like skillfully transition to your magical battle dimension when you fight, so it doesn't even look like that big of a transition, but it still transitions.
Yeah,
and it's still kind of like, so in that way, it sort of like breaks the world, it breaks the logic of the world that you're in. I mean, obviously, the worst case scenario. Skelly Mans.
And now.
The worst case scenario is when you're just like walking along and suddenly like the whole screen explodes into a random battle that you couldn't see coming. That's the worst, where it's like there is no cohesion between the two settings.
Nah, that's not something I always like, believe me.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, and keep in mind, I still enjoy Final Fantasy VI and everything else.
Yeah.
It's just kind of impressive what this game did before everyone else did.
It is.
And,
Yeah, I mean, I guess to explain to our audience what I'm talking about is that you'll especially, like, play any, like, PlayStation-era Final Fantasy game. You're walking around what is essentially an empty environment. There's no enemies in sight, and all of a sudden the screen explodes and you're fighting a ton of enemies. You defeat them, you go back to the normal overworld screen, and there's still nothing in sight. So it kind of doesn't feel like it exists in a real-world space.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. One of the reasons I dig Persona 5 right now as a game is that it actually does the RPG thing of including stealth elements. Lapis, one mid-ether. So we got a bunch of these save points here as well, so I'm just going to make sure I get all these.
Yeah, so I very much appreciate Chrono Trigger. Or, like, we've been playing Mario RPG on the channel, and at least they show you enemies on the screen that represent groups of enemies. And I'm fine with that, where they take you to the magical battle dimension once you touch them. But until then, they still appear on the screen, so you can see them in the world, and you get a sense that how they exist in the game world. Wait, what was that?
A trap.
It popped into enemy save points?
The worst, thankfully easily taken out enemy save point.
I'm so confused.
This is like the darkest thing any game developer could put into a game.
We're on the darkest... No. Speaking of evil save points, there's actual concept art for a mimic bonfire for Dark Souls that was never implemented.
You know?
And it's just like, there's a bonfire, but if you touch it, it like rises up and there's like a giant like monster spider with a huge mouth on it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Man, that would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I imagine that you can kind of just avoid this.
I think the whole idea... Oh, this is actually a save point?
Is it? Yeah, it is.
It is. No,
it isn't.
Alright,
Space Cadets.
No, it actually isn't.
What?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah, it is.
It is. Alright, Space Cadets, next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter, we will stay on target and fight our way through Magus's castle.
We might go on a Dragon Ball tangent again.
Probably.